Alright, welcome back. We're going to show off the mainland, as they call it, which has the majority of the content currently. Earlier we showed off Withering Island, so now it's time to show off Rolly. We are at Mid-Cross, which is basically in the middle of the map. It's a gigantic area called the Withering Dredge outside the town. Has skeletons, thieves, fighters, orcs, orc warriors, orc mages, undead stuff. Pretty cool. So let's go kill some stuff and see what we got here. Gotta make sure to mark the spawn. So to the left of the town, the harder the monsters get. To the right, the easier the monsters are. You come in from the right. There's a couple quests in there, I think. One of them I'm on right now to kill orcs. It's pretty interesting. Not a lot of spawn around the town. I think that's on purpose to make sure it doesn't get flooded with monsters. Nice dead barren wood. Grass is burnt or gone, dirt. Two more orcs to go. Didn't quite realize I was that far along. Still have a whole lot to go. Couple orc warriors, couple orc mages. Orc mages are pretty difficult at this level. One good thing about this place is it has these little buildings, so if you get overwhelmed, you can funnel them into a single tile, and they don't stack, so you can kill them. Go too far in, however, they'll surround you and take you out. So I'm done with the orcs, so I'm gonna look for the orc warriors and the orc mages. There we got an orc warrior. Two of them. So we're gonna jump in here, one tile in. Monsters can move diagonally, but because the orc I'm pointing at right now blocks the actual walls, they can't get in here. And we got one coming up from behind. Apparently they can't open doors, which I thought they could. And if you're feeling tired, there's a little bed over here you can lay in. One feature I hope they bring back is the ability to push tab to target the monster closest to you. That way your cursor could be down here ready to use the potion. Oh, let's not forget about that. Oh, a steel knife. Nice. It's actually a pretty good drop from this area. One thing you have to remember when coming in here to do this is that you're not going to be able to get out until you kill them all, because they're going to keep stacking, so make sure you have plenty of potions. I may have ran into an orc mage. There's one right there in the previous video, but here it is as well. They hit pretty good. You can see damage up here in the top left. Make sure you're looting everything you get in this game, because potions are expensive, and if you don't loot everything, you're not going to have enough money to buy any potions. Prior to the drop loot box containers and loot all button, everything used to jump to the ground, and everyone left it there because it was too many clicks. And anybody that was opportunist would come by and pick them all up and make lots of money. Oh, I forgot about checking my health bar there. There's a lot of orcs surrounding that mage. It's going to be a little bit difficult. Got it. Potion strength goes red, yellow, white. And they share the same cooldown, so you can't use them all. One of the things about fighting up here in this area is there's no building to kind of take the heat off of you from all these orcs. So you gotta be extra careful. And I got surrounded. Luckily, you can move diagonal. That would have been bad if I couldn't move diagonal. Alright, tagged him. Oh no. There we go. Pretty close call there. I was trying to use the kobolds as a shield because they're weakest, but I ended up getting trapped by it. Let's head down here, see if we can get some more warriors. Monsters in this game only go so far. It's called leashing. It's to prevent you from pulling them all the way across the map and ruining the spawn. So if you run far enough away, you'll be safe. Some people don't like the idea of leashing, but you have to think that our monsters are going to run forever. Ten more orc warriors to go. We have a player and a friend of mine called Killer Orc. He's a player, and I like to pretend sometimes when he's around that I'm killing his his kin, being up here, just kind of role playing, messing around. Alright, 9 to go. Most people you run into are going to be very nice, quick to be friends with, but this is a PvP server. Once it does become more populated, it can be quite ruthless. They are expected to open up a player versus environment PvE server in the coming weeks with a little bit less strict rules on death and PvP, so that's probably where I'll head. Oh, halfway done with those guys. I really need to get a new armor plate. Early on in the game, it doesn't seem like the shops offer the items you're looking for to upgrade between level 10, 20, and the armors they do sell are quite expensive. Doesn't really match how much gold you can make, but you gotta make do. Well, a little too far south, I did run into some thieves. They're actually down here and towards the bottom of the town. So if you're looking for thieves, and then over here to the right there is a thieves fort. Very good place to farm prior to coming into this area. this particular game is growing pretty well. It's been a little slow, but now that the update has come out of the public test realm into live again, it offers a lot more. I saw a few new monsters that I showed on the last video. And in fact, I heard there was an area that I haven't even been to. It's level 70 only. It's like a giant forest or something like that. New levels. I didn't think you could even get past 50, but apparently you can get up to 70 now, which is good. And then there's new armor and weapons and stuff. Definitely worth taking a look at if you haven't been online for a while. Well, real quick here before I do cut this particular video off, I kind of want to go to the left. I've started showing most of the right stuff over here. Lots of orcs, lots of places to farm these, get some really good experience. I would say this is probably one of the best places if you're going to level up real quick with like one of the scrolls that you can buy from the store. You buy coins from Lothgar Online.com, and then you go into this use those coins at a vendor inside the game. You can buy scrolls for like EXP for your overall level, for your skills. It's definitely a really good place to grind up. So over here we have undead warriors, skeleton wolves. I think there's some ghosts and some flaming deaths. There's a lot of undead in this game, it seems like, so something to get used to. There's a gigantic necro south of here. Has some incredibly powerful liches and other warriors down there. There we go, we got some ghosts. Lothgar Online is most certainly a classic grinding game. You really gotta kind of love that kind of stuff. The more you grind, the more you gain experience. The more experience you have, the easier it gets, the better gear you get. Which for some ultimately leads to large-scale PvP battles to steal people's loot. One thing I will say about this game is it's not very easy. So you have to kind of go into it knowing it's going to be a grind, and it's kind of difficult. But I find that games that are difficult often give you the greatest satisfaction once you reach a certain goal. Hopefully I can show you guys a flaming death before we take off here. It's essentially, it looks like a skeleton wrapped in magical fire. Lots of skeleton wolves. I'm not gonna ask what caused all these wolves to die like that, but hey. Take a peek in there real quick. Well, I don't think we're going to see one, unfortunately. I'm going to head back to town here, and the next video I'll make will probably be in a few days. I'm going to level up this character, get to like 25-30, so I can show off some of the low, mid-level content, wraiths and mummies, etc. So we got beholders, all kinds of fun stuff. Alright guys, thanks for watching. This has been Segarus the Warrior. Until next time.